Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Burnout Paradise on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we're still running around with the GT2400 as we attempt to find more race events. Fucking love this thing so much.
Total distance driven, almost 400 miles in 4 hours. 100 miles every hour, huh? That means we're going
really fucking fast.
100 miles an hour. Nice.
Hello, Uphill Drive for Road Rule. I'm not sure if we actually score this, because I think in order to successfully score this, you have to do the entire thing without getting a wreck with the GT2400, which is not impossible. It really isn't. But I'm not actually good enough at racing or drifting with the GT2400 to maintain 100 miles an hour on uphill.
In Burnout Paradise, what is the difference between a vehicle in motion and a vehicle at a standstill? Yay! And the answer is your sobriety.
And here we have yet another classical piece of music that I was unable to identify.
Race south to Lone Stallion Ranch.
Alright, full gallop. This looks like it should be relatively easy. There is one particularly sharp turn that we got to look out for, but we should otherwise be able to do this one. Mostly because, again, we have the best speed vehicle in the game. There is actually a YouTuber that did a ranking list of all of the top 10 vehicles in the game, and he did include this as like his number 2 or number 3 vehicle. And I was kind of shocked that he specifically didn't have this as number 1, but I was glad that this made the list since there are 75 different vehicles in the game. Yeah, no.
Well, it is nice that others are seeing the same thing as you are, that the car just overall is just a better vehicle than most of them.
I don't like being on this particular street. Westlake Drive is really irritating to me, specifically because in order to get its road rule, you have to clear. You have to go down. You have to take a hard right turn there in order to actually continue on Westlake Drive, which is what And unfortunately, the GPS is not good at telling you that that's what you have to do.
Stupid GP.
Now we're back on South Mountain Drive. Super jump shortcut.
Damn.
I love that shortcut
You
so goddamn
the landing
much.
gear.
And
wow. Well, this is a decisive victory.
The AI for race events will not take that shortcut, and I don't fucking know why. Because you'll see it whenever they're on first, second, or third street that they pretty much are programmed to always take the bridge shortcuts there. But this particular super jump shortcut they will never take, and I really want to know why. Because it cuts a majority of the. If you're going from the north to Lone Stallion Ranch, it effectively cuts the track time in fucking half. Well, it's not that big of a cut, but it feels like it's that big of a cut, you know. Yeah, 16 years on.
25 years.
You wanted to ask a question, Mr. Clown. What was it?
Is it time to fix the car?
No, not yet.
Well, we'll wreck it a little bit more, then we'll take it to the repair shop. Happy car. Fixed car is happy car.
Well, successful car is happy car at the very least.
Race northwest to the Crystal Summit Observatory.
Reach for the stars. I don't like this one, but thankfully, if we just follow the road north, we can actually get to the north wall and then just take the north wall around. That's not the route that they want us to take, mind you, but it's the route that I always end up preferring.
Sweet.
So what's new in the world of Cloud as we continue to go through our race events?
Not much new to report right now. Been listening to my music, getting back into the groove of chorus. singing, hitting the high notes and scratching up my voice.
I keep forgetting that during some of the downtime, there's a few albums that came out in the past couple of years that I wanted to go listen to, specifically the new Matchbox 20 album. And I've listened to the first couple of tracks off of it, but I've not listened to the entire thing yet. And I really want to, because I really enjoy Matchbox 20's output from the early 2000s.
Matchbox 20 years.
Yes, the band is 30 years old now.
No, so so Matchbox 30 would be more
They're
appropriate.
not going to change their name based on how long they've been out, because they were Matchbox 20 in the early 2000s. So, and I don't believe that they had 10 years of songs by then.
We're Matchbox 20 now. We'll be Matchbox 20 forever.
That's how I would prefer it, at least. I mean, I know that specific gimmick bands don't actually follow through with that. Looking at you, Elite Torn Chieftain. Yeah. Hey, we won! Yay!
Got the stars. Only 20 to go. That's not quite as many as it was a couple hours ago.
Not. All right, so are we going after that other race event that the map is magnifying for us? It kind of looks like we are. It is just right there, after all.
To the blue hubcap.
Oh, come on. It is most certainly not a hubcap. If it was going to be any sort of car decal, it would probably be a NOS button.
Race southeast to the Naval Yard.
Back to Hardfort. No, this is effectively just the mirrored version of the race that we just did too. So.
Seldom do I see the American flag juxtaposed in the same series of frames as a street light coming down because of reckless driving.
Yeah. To be perfectly honest, the city destruction doesn't actually matter. Or impact the cars like pretty much at all for any of the vehicles that are worth driving. Even the 2400 is able to plow through these picnic tables and streetlights without much issue. To be perfectly honest, though, a really odd observation that I've had is that the heavier your vehicle is, the more that destroying small doodads across the city actually impacts it. Like one of the final aggression vehicles that you unlock in the game is called the Carson Thunder Shadow, and it being so stupidly heavy, you would think it'd just be able to plow through a majority of the doodads that are around. But I've had the thing stall out almost entirely on just starting up on a lamppost, and it's like most of the other vehicles in the game just do not have that issue. Eat it, Formula One vehicle. I don't like piloting you.
Well, there are two metrics I noticed the game uses that are useful for determining your progress and also helping you gauge how much you're enjoying the game. There's hours played and miles traveled. I would like to see a third metric, which is dollars in damages
for
to
the
the
record,
city.
That is a metric you can measure. To a certain extent, because there's a particular event type that I will not be showing off because it's not honestly all that relevant for most of the normal playthrough. Where you can actually demolish your vehicle and attempt to accrue a bunch of insurance fraud damage. You know, taken almost explicitly from Saints Row 2. It is actually one of the more fun modes from Burnout 3 Takedown, where you're trying to figure out how to get to certain score thresholds, and the same event is here, just in a different form. Where the Toge Sport's available now. I really dislike that one. I hope we don't have to drive it. But crash events are definitely here. I'm just not showing them off because although they are a part of the road rule system. They aren't tied to any specific any real progression for the campaign as far as I see it. Yeah, no, Mr. Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, that was 2 street lamps and a signpost. So you got to figure. So now they got to hire somebody to go over there, spend some time, get the raw materials, plug it in, bill the guy who made it and the city for installing it. And you got to do that process over again every single time you knock something over.
Yeah. All right. So we're done with the best vehicle in the game now. We got to go figure out what burning routes we need to do. And oh, god damn it. We're going to be stuck with this POS for a while. Welcome to the Carson Grand Marais. Yes, it's a mob vehicle. Yes, it's actually extremely heavy. Those are both major problems for it because it has effectively negative 0 to 60 time on startup, which means that if it crashes, it takes forever for it to get going anywhere. It's so stupidly heavy that although it's actually relatively good at road rages, it can't do Markman events for shit because it can't actually turn all that well. And it is just a pain in the ass to drive. It still has the same issue that other speed and stunt vehicles have, where if you are boosting on these small road dividers, you will still end up go flying for approximately a quarter of a second, and that will kill you because despite the fact that you're stupid heavy, you also, although you are able to do traffic checks on smaller sedan class vehicles, you're only allowed to do traffic checks on those. And I was holding right the entire time on that turn, and I just couldn't fucking get there. I hate this thing.
I love it. Yeah, I love it how you were just talking about how much the car sucks, and then it fails to negotiate a simple right-hand turn because the handling's so bad.
I really dislike a lot of the heavier vehicles in this game. To be perfectly honest, the heaviest vehicle in the game, as far as I'm aware, as far as I have played, rather, is the Thunder Shadow. And the Thunder Shadow, despite it being so goddamn heavy, we're not going to see it, so I can go over it. Has got a lot of the same problems that the Grand Marais has, where it's just where it feels like it's effectively made of aluminum glass. It's really heavy, yes, but that additional weight only makes it all that good, specifically at road rages. It can't do race events, and it can't do stunt events, and it can't do Markman events because it dies too quickly. I can't turn.
Oh, which way we going, boss? Anywhere but there.
I think I even failed to make this particular super jump because without boost. No, okay. Well, we made it to the burning route. This event takes us multiple attempts because it wants us to go to the Wildcat Stadium in a minute, and although we have enough boost to actually do that, and it's only 1.5 miles, again, our 0 to 60 speed is effectively -2. So, sorry, no. Our look, I can't even turn away from the wall! Ugh.
Yeah. Really? Time your turns early?
It doesn't matter how early I time my turns, because that shit can happen. We're done. Well, no, we're not done, thankfully, because you actually, each crash bonuses you about 10 seconds. So it's very important on this particular burning route to not crash, but you still have enough raw horsepower to usually correct a single crash mistake. Drift, damn you!
Yeah, we got it.
You sure?
That was not that bad. It's right here.
So what part of right here am I missing? Okay, there we go. So, in the next episode, I think we're going to be doing some more burning routes. Honestly, this did take me multiple attempts to get down. I fucking hate this thing, though. God damn. Be safe, everybody.